one-run game yesterday. The Cubs are now, they've played 37 one-run games. That's the most.
I did not know that.
The Tigers have played 36.
They've got a bad record, right?
Oh, my God. Do you know what the record is? Do you know what the record is?
How many games was it? How many
37.
games? 37. I've got them at 13 and 24.
15 and 22.
Close.
15 and 22 in one-run games. And they did it again yesterday. Neris in the bullpen. They pulled Steele with just under 100 pitches. No matter, now it's getting too easy to just blame and criticize the manager. Whatever button they try to push just doesn't work. But this offense can't score. The White Sox have scored more runs since the break than the Cubs.
That's a problem.
That's terrible.
That is a problem.
And the White Sox went 3 straight games scoring just 1 run out of the break. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So this is it. Close the book on our baseball seasons. The White Sox closed the book in April.
Well, they did it quickly.
But, yeah, they did it pretty quick. But at post-trade deadline, that's it.
We didn't think
there'll be no Cubs magic that'll keep the Cub fans interested in September like there was last year.
We didn't think the White Sox could be worse than they were last year. Oh,
Jerry Reinsdorf didn't think so.
Did they not disappoint?
Oh, my God.
Did they not disappoint when it came to futility in the months of March and April?
Just bad.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Cinco de Mayo came, and they were out of it.
Now the Cubs go to Kansas City. So
Cinco de Mayo came. May 5th came, and guess where the Cubs were? Out of it, guys. They were out of it.
Not by Cinco de Mayo.
Carm, take a look at what they were on Cinco de Mayo. I dare you to guess. I dare you to take
how many games out they were?
I dare you to take a look and remember what they were on May 5th. If you need help, I'll go help you.
I'll look right now.
I'm right here on the ESPN
I'll say
machine.
they were 2 games out of first.
You're on.
I'd say 3.5.
You're on. The White Sox, not the Cubs, the White Sox.
Oh, I thought you said the Cubs.
No.
You said the Cubs.
You did. You said the Cubs.
You said the Cubs.
Oh, the White Sox. The last 2 years, the White Sox
were out of it by May 5th. No,
I
the
thought
Cubs
you
didn't.
said the Cubs.
Cubs did a June swoon.
Yes.
Their historic June swoon that they used to take.
The Cubs were.
Yeah, I apologize.
Oh, the Cubs were actually in first on Cinco de Mayo.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the June swoon that got the Chicago Cubs.
The June swoon.
But the White Sox were done. What the
by
White
the
Sox
end of June, they were 5 out.
Yeah. 5 out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, the Sox ruined all of our promotions. Cinco de
yeah.
Mayo, so they had to get the 5.
Remember
7 or 70 was
7 or
ruined.
70, yeah.
Yeah, all of our little cute gimmicks were
we
ruined.
almost had a 9 on 9, 9 on 90. Which one comes first, 9 or 90?
No, wait,
the White Sox
it was
stuck.
70 before 7 wins, remember?
Yes.
It got
it
to
was.
70 degrees before they got to 7 wins. Oh,
It was 5 or Cinco de Mayo.
Close
Remember
it
that?
out. Yeah.
It was 5 or Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco or Cinco de
No,
Mayo.
I was talking about the White Sox being so
I got
horrific.
you. I thought you said the Cubs.
No, the
So-
Cubs did their historic June swoon.
Close the book, you guys. Post deadline.
They crapped the bed in
See
June.
who's traded. If Tyone, I think you make a case for trading Tyone if you're the Cubs. I know he's got 2 years left.
Yeah,
but
I don't think there's a case to be made. That's what you're going to do.
You trade him, right?
Yeah.
You can replace Jamison Tyone, can't you?
I would guess they'd be able to. You've been able to see that, and the pitchers
prospect back.
Pitchers are ahead of hitters for whatever reason now in Major League Baseball. In this day and age,
listen, Yerk,
pitchers are ahead of hitters.
If Crochet doesn't get traded now that he's telling teams, and Jesse was texting me, he's basically telling teams $100 million extension is where it starts, or I'm not pitching in October.
Yeah.
If Crochet doesn't get traded because of that, if Skubal doesn't get traded, a guy like Tyone is he's
a viable candidate.
You got a little chip there. He's a guy that's pitched in the postseason before.
He's a viable candidate.
He's
100% correct.
been in some pennant races. So, an acquiring team, you got a little bit of a chip there.
Do you trust Jed? Jed is not Theo. Jed is Jed.
It's a little harder for me. I don't have a rooting interest, so I'm not as connected to it. I would say I think Jed's a pretty good general manager, but I think Cub fans would tell me I'm crazy. He's not Theo. You're right.
He's not Theo. This is like
here's the thing.
Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator on a team that's coached by Andy Reid.
Here's the thing where
when you're in a system where Theo Epstein is the guy making the moves and you're the guy over there getting coffee.
Here's the thing, though.
If I need to get Starbucks, if I need to get a 4-pack of Starbucks from somebody, I'll call Jed. Hey, Jed, can you get us a 4-pack from Starbucks? And here's all the fancy orders that we got. I trust Jed to do that.
Well, you're being hard.
Yeah, I am being hard. I'm being hard for a reason.
Here's the thing. Did he want Trey Turner or did he want Dansby Swanson? At some point, what do you have to say to the owner? The owner didn't want to pony up for Trey Turner. The owner didn't want to pony up for Shohei Ohtani. I don't know that you would have convinced Shohei. Wasn't the story Shohei was?
If you'd like to criticize Ricketts here for once he won the World Series in 2016, did he tighten up the purse strings? You know, they're not a top 3 spender. They're not.
No.
Right. So if you want to criticize him for not being a top 3 spender, feel free. Go ahead and do it.
I just don't know why our teams here in this city, in Chicago,
They settle for mediocrity.
are so unwilling financially to play with the
big
teams
boys.
on the coast.
The big boys.
Yeah, and I'll even throw Philly into it. I know Philly isn't technically on the coast, but I mean, New York, Philadelphia. Look at Philly's payroll. Now you do it with a good farm system and good development, which they've done, and then you supplement it with spending on free agents like Bryce Harper, like Trey Turner, like Zach Wheeler. But they've got some of their own homegrown guys that have helped them there too. Why don't our teams here, why don't they operate like the Mets,
Because
the
they've
Yankees,
adopted,
the Phillies, the Dodgers?
They've adopted the philosophy that you heard out in Arizona at some little luncheon, where you just have to get them to believe that you could be competitive. And that's all it takes to keep it. You've got to make people believe that you might be able to do something.
I think it's a shame that Juan Soto isn't even a consideration. Not even a consideration for Chicago baseball teams. Shohei, not even a real consideration. I just think that's too bad. And I guess the White Sox tried. They took a swing with Manny Machado. Manny Machado, I don't know, basically a lot of people seem to insinuate that he was never coming here anyway. He kind of used the White Sox and maybe a few other teams as some leverage.
Do you remember their philosophy that our offer was the better offer?
I remember. They did. The only time Jerry's ever committed more than $100 million in an offer to someone.
By the way, you don't get credit for that.
No, I know.
You don't get
credit for losing.
For being $50 million short on your offer to, who was it, Machado?
Machado. And they offered over $100 million to Zach Wheeler, and he just turned him down.
We actually offered him more. Remember the mantra coming out of there? We actually offered him more.
The sad thing is
in unsustainable bonuses. We're more than happy to give him those.
The sad thing is these teams, these players, don't even, the few times they've offered it have said, no, we don't want to come here. We don't want you anyway. It's just, it's yuck. Let's talk about something fun coming up next. You want to do a list?
Of course I want to do a list. What is today? Day what, 42?
42.
I don't even know if I can figure a grade 42. 41 and 40 are easy. And they're going to happen
41 and 40 are easy.
Tomorrow and Saturday. But 42, a grade 42 in Bears history.
Good thing we didn't do that list.
Yeah, good for us. That'd be a list we'd spend about 12 days on.
This list is so much more fun.
Yeah.
We'll give you today's list coming up next.